Uncertainty in the economy has forced many people to change careers or consider it, but making the wrong move can be a big mistake. Every week we focus on ways to get a jump start in the workforce, and Valerie Burton, author of Successful Women Think Differently, joining us right now. So Valerie, there are a few things that you need to ask yourself before you make a move, whether it's because of the economy, maybe you just don't like your job, or you want to try something new. And you say begin with the question to yourself, do I really want a whole new career or just a new situation?
Yeah. So people get frustrated sometimes with their job or with their boss or with their whole situation, and they think, I need a whole new career. And so it's really important to get clear. Are you looking for a new career, or is it just some things that need tweaking? It may just be a new job. It may just be a different department within the company where you already are, but you want to be really clear about why you're changing careers, because it's a really major commitment.
So you almost need to start like a little pro and con list.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And then you're going to ask, what am I missing in my current career that I want in a new one?
Yes. So you need to know, why are you changing? What do you think you're going to get as a result of changing? What's missing right now? Because that will help you determine what type of career you can look for. And you can begin to kind of create a checklist. I'm missing this here, but I can get it in this particular career. And that's really important. A lot of times people are not that strategic about making a transition.
You got to do some research.
Absolutely.
Find out if what you're looking for really is in that other thing you're pursuing.
Absolutely.
And what do I have in my current career that I might have to give up if I venture out for something else?
Well, you know what? The grass is always greener.
It's not always what am I going to get, but what are you going to lose?
Yeah. So a lot of times we think the grass is greener on the other side, but as we all know, you still have to water that grass too. So it's important to really understand, what am I going to give up? There are some good things you probably have, even if you might not like your job, but maybe there's some flexibility, or maybe you have a boss that gives you some leeway to try new things. And so you want to make sure you're clear about those things that are going really well, because if you give those up and you end up losing them in the next career, you may regret it.
You may find new frustrations.
That's right.
And do I have the real scoop on that new career? That's where that research comes in.
That's right. So we can very easily idealize what it's going to be if we make a big transition. One of the only ways to know is to talk to people who are already where it is you're wanting to go. And so I say make a list.
You gotta do that delicately, right? Because you don't want to advertise.
Well, you don't want to advertise, so it's really important if you've got friends or colleagues that can kind of refer you to people and just kind of talk to them in a whisper. But you want to ask them, what do they think? Look at my plans. Do you think this makes sense? Are my expectations realistic? You don't want to have to, go back to school, go through all the work of transitioning into a new career, only to find out that you were wrong.
That you get a poor or very small return.
That's right.
So can I leverage my current experience so that I'm not starting from scratch? And there you go. You don't want to have to start all over.
That's a really big one. So if there's any way that you can take experience that you already have, and it might be a completely different career field, but maybe your management skills are going to translate, or maybe you have some communication skills that are going to translate. And another good way to do that is to talk to people who know. So if you can't figure out what those skills are that translate, start talking to a career coach, a career counselor. Maybe it's people who are already in the field and have been there and done that.
So good food for thought, because sometimes people want to take a knee-jerk kind of reaction or response to what they're feeling, what they're imagining might be grass greener on the other side, but then you got to quiz yourself.
You do, and
really make sure.
And I'll tell you this, if it's something you're passionate about and you just feel like, hey, this is where I'm supposed to go, start making the plans. I'm not saying you shouldn't transition. You just want to be very strategic about how you do it.
Smart thinker about it, and planner. All right, Valerie Burton, thanks so much. Always telling us to plan.
Yes, it's a good idea.
All right, appreciate that.
Thanks, Fred.